All right, so what I've got here is the setup that we're gonna be doing as a procedure when these guys go home. So we were having some fights within the home. And so what we're doing is we're asking the dogs to coexist and ignore each other. They are resource guarding the owner from each other. And so what we're doing in this situation is I've got one dog on place and I'm going to release the other dog, pet him for a minute, put him back on his bed, and then I'm going to release this dog and spend a little bit of time with him. And what this is doing is it's creating where this guy has to watch me pet this guy and deal with it. Like, you've got to, get over the fact that I'm petting a different dog. And so obviously, I'm not their owner, so it's not the same as when the owner gets here and does this. So it's going to be a little bit different with him. But this is basically a practice session. Yes, they both really like me. They like being petted by me and everything, but I'm not dad. So we're gonna practice with me a little bit, and then when dad comes to visit, we're gonna practice this exact same procedure with him here so that he can take it home and implement it to keep from having fights breaking out. So psychologically, it's kind of exposing them to what was a trigger without putting them in a situation where a fight is able to break out. Because if I go sit on the couch over there and then I call both of them to me, then there's a chance that a fight could break out. But if he has to stay over here while I pet him, then he has to watch and become desensitized to me petting him. And so later when he's up wandering around the room, it's not as big of a deal if I'm petting this one. So hopefully that makes sense. So what we're going to do is I'm going to release Waylon, but I'm going to be ready to correct Gunther if he gets up. So I've got his collar set at a level that will be corrective if he breaks his place command. And this is an intro to this. We've done this only one session before, so this is fairly new. Okay, Waylon. Good boy. Nope. Waylon, sit. Very good boy. Very good boy. So I'm going to pet Waylon. Nope. He's wanting to go over there and harass Gunther. Good boy. Very good. Yes, good boy. Good boy. No, you don't need to go over there and harass him. Good boy. Very good. And now I've got mine coming in and getting jealous. Good boy. All right, Waylon, go to bed. Good boy. Good boy. Nah, nope. Stay. Okay, Gunther. Good boy. Good boy, Gunther. Good boy. So Waylon has been practicing this a little bit longer. When we board dogs that are the same dog in the home, nope. Go to bed. Come on. Bed. Good boy. Go to bed. Good boy. So when we board dogs within the same home, we always stagger them. That way they go home staggered, and there's a little bit of a break where the owners are settling in one dog as opposed to settling in two at the same time. So we get one dog settled in for a week, and then the second dog goes home. Good boy. Good boy. You don't need to go over there. He's looking at his plate of bacon on the table because we just had breakfast. No. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. I see you smell that bacon. You good boy. Come here. Go to bed. Good boy. Good boy. Nope. Go to bed. Good boy. Squeaky. Do you want the chew? Good boy. So they also both had chew bones yesterday, and that's been a big deal, is that they've resource guarded toys in the past. So I'm making sure that they have things on their bed. As you can see, this one has a squeaky ice cream cone, and so we're working on, it's okay for, good boy. We're working on it being okay for the other dog to have a toy. These are all triggers that we are desensitizing to. So I love place command for this. I love using place command to desensitize to triggers. Whether your dog's trigger is the vacuum cleaner, whether it's an aggressive response, a fear response, when we can teach the dog that your job right now is to stay on that dog bed while I slowly expose you to a lightened version of your trigger in a controlled environment, that's when we see that trigger start to get desensitized. We see a little bit less and a little bit less of a reaction to it. So as you can see, when I got him up, this one over here was like, wait, what about me? And I had to send him back to his bed. No fights broke out or anything like that. This one was more interested in the bacon on the table over there anyways. But what we did with this guy was we sent him back to his bed. We redirected. I corrected him, said, nope, go back to your bed. Notice I was giving an e-collar correction. I had the collar set up to a higher level than what his working level is. I was prepared. I've worked with him enough now and corrected him enough times now that I kind of have a feel for what level is effective yet gentle. We're not, blasting him on high. We're working at, I think I have his set at a 32. So it goes up to 100. So when you're doing setup situations, you're looking for, number one, what is the dog responding to? Because if I turn it up to a 10 and he's not responding at a 10, he's just like, I don't care, I want to be up, that's what's more important to me, then it's ineffective. And ineffective training is just not good training. It's not working for the dog. So we want to find a level that is effective, but we want the lowest effective level. That doesn't mean we blast him on a 60 or an 80. We want to work on the lowest effective level, because if we start soft, we stay soft. If we go in, blast the dog on high when they do something wrong, then number one, you're going to make your dog jumpy. And number two, you're going to have to stay higher with those levels because they will desensitize to correction. So when we're working with dogs, that's why I always tell everybody, gentle as you can. Gentle but effective. Gentle as you can, firm as you must. I say it over and over and over again in training. And it's a super important concept for everybody to understand. So same thing with leash work. When we're working a dog on a prong collar, we're using the lightest possible pressure on that leash that is effective for that dog. And so we've got some dogs that are hard-headed, like your labs. I see a lot of labs that are just like a bulldozer. They're like, we're going, and they're, spinning their wheels on the tile trying to drag their owner through the house. And so, with those dogs, it takes a stronger pull and release before the dog gets the idea of, oh, okay, I don't want to pull on my collar anymore. Whereas these guys, they were kind of in the mid-range. It wasn't like I have some dogs that are super light, like my Abisan hounds. Svasi's too light for a prong collar. We work him in a slip lead. Binks is very bold, and she's very forward in how she is on her leash. And so, but she's very light on the prong collar. So when I put a prong collar on her, it's like working a really refined reining horse. I'm doing just a little finger twitch to pull her and tell her, no, don't pull me. So anyways, hope that all makes sense to you guys. So you got a little bit of information on reintegrating dogs that are fighting in the home, and a little bit of information on using correct pressure levels. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. You can either leave a comment on this post, or you are more than welcome to send me a private message, and I am more than happy to help you guys. Have a good one.